Brita versus Aquagear. Better informed consumer makes a better informed buying decision. I'm Rick. While depressing, shut the heck up, you stinking roosters. This is the shack. Hey everybody, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, please browse around and check out some other videos. I always ask that you consider subscribing, and if you do, ding ding ding, hit that bell so you're notified when other videos do come out. Today's video, we're going to compare Aquagear and Brita. We're going to go through the setup. I've already done a video on the Brita. If you want to check that out, look up here. I'll have a link to that. I'm going to go through the Aquagear the same way, prep it, get it ready. Then we're going to go over the charts as far as what contaminants that the Brita filters out versus Aquagear. So we're going to compare those and we'll have our final thoughts. So let's get this one prepped and ready for its first use. This is the Aquagear water filter pitcher, and the filters are made in the USA. This is a 8-cup pitcher. The Brita was a 10-cup pitcher. You get 150 gallons of purified water per filter. So let's go and wash this off real quick. With all the items washed and ready for assembly, turn our attention to the filter. On the top here, there's a little serrated edge. This is where you tear it apart. It comes apart real easy. I mean, nothing to it. So let's open this up and you'll see this is all the information on the filter, setup instructions. Once you unpackage your filter, this is a reusable bag. You use this bag to send your old filter. So once you use this one up, you get another filter. You'll take the old filter, put it in here, but before you do that, you'll follow the steps here, get a label, set it on there, and then ship this to recycle it. That's good instead of just toss it in the trash. It's nice that they actually accept this, ship back to them. Not going to the landfill always helps. You have the paperwork here that goes through everything, gives you the description of all the items, and it tells you how to go through flushing this, setting it in, and filling up the reservoir. So let's do that now. Now when it comes to flushing out the filter, you want to hold your flushing unit against a faucet. I am choosing to do this with my bathroom faucet because it's more rigid, doesn't flex as much as the kitchen faucet does. If your kitchen faucet is rigid enough to hold it, fine. I just prefer to do it this way. Now you hold this against your faucet, you turn on your water, and you'll see, so you can adjust your pressure. See how it's starting to come out a little bit? Turn it down, and that's the flow you want right there. And you hold it like that for 2 minutes as it flushes out the filter. So let's get the filter attached and hook this up. Now when you put this in there, you want to make sure it's secure. You don't want this to fall out as you're filling the water. So make sure it's in there snug. Put this on there. Now I have my phone timer. I'm setting it at 2 minutes. Now I'm going to turn this water on. When I get it set where I want it, I'm going to hit the timer and I'm going to let this flush for 2 minutes. See it start to come out? I got to turn it down just a little bit. About right there is where I want it. Start my phone timer, 2 minutes, we'll be able to shut it off. There we go. Now we can turn this off and we're done. Now with the Aquagear washed, prepped and ready, we can go through the assembly process real quickly and kind of compare the Brita versus the Aquagear. There are some noticeable differences and I'll point those out. Both pitchers are pretty much the same size. Same height, pretty close to same width, not a lot of difference. Reservoirs are different. This is a one piece where you slide the filter through there and insert it, making sure you get the filter correctly between the grid here. There have been instances and many questions, people get it in there, can't get it out because they insert the filter incorrectly. Aqua filter, the reservoir, and you screw the filter on the bottom. No chance of inserting the filter incorrectly. Put it on. Screw it on, tighten it up. Now these are ready to insert into the pitcher. This really doesn't matter which way. There's no wrong way to insert this. Simply put it inside and you're done. It doesn't have a front or back. Simplicity. Brita, you have this little notch, this groove here. That is the front that goes in where the spout is on the pitcher. Set it in. You have to push it down to seat it in. You have to make sure that this is below or level with the pitcher lip. Drop in either way. There's no wrong way. Very simple, and it sits inside the pitcher rim. Much more simpler than the Brita. Now you'd have to insert the filter in here and make sure you have it properly aligned with the grid. If not, it gets stuck. You can take it apart, pull it out, and redo it. Don't laugh, because there have been people who've done that and they've asked me about it. Aquagear makes it much more simple. One thing I like about Brita, and it's the only thing that I wish Aquagear had, there's this indicator on the top. The battery's gone out of it now, it's dead. You push and hold. My battery's even gone now, it's even doing it. Oh, there it goes. A little bit. And you let off and that green light would come on. Every time you open this up to fill, a little unit inside here would sense the lid opening, and not just for a quick second. You could do that and it's not going to register. You have to open it up. As you're filling it, it takes time for this to sense that it is upright and you are filling. When you close it, it senses how many times it opens and closes and lets you know the longevity of your filter. I like that. The little lip here, that's the front where the pitcher sits on. Snap it in. So now, whenever you want to fill it, lift it up, fill it up, close it, and this will be green, it will go yellow, then it's red when it's time to change. Aquagear, you got two little things here you line up. That's it. Much, much more simplistic in design, assembly versus this. I just wish it had an indicator. The only negative I have for this. Self-closing, open and close. Put this under the faucet and the water on it. It opens, as you'll see. 8 cups versus 10 cups. May not be an issue for some people. I would empty this out every morning when my wife and I made coffee. To do the same with this, because we always fill our coffee maker with 10 cups of water. I'd have to fill this up, pour it out, fill it up again, add 2 more cups. You can see the filter is almost double the size, so you are losing a little bit. This is a much smaller filter, less volume takes up inside here. Let's get on with the comparison on the filters now. Now the standard filter will only filter out 5 items: chlorine, mercury, cadmium, copper, and zinc. And it doesn't give you any percentage of that. But the long-lasting filter actually filters out more: chlorine, lead, mercury, cadmium, benzene, asbestos, and particulates, which are class 1, and class 1 doesn't really say what that is. The standard filter filters out about 5 different items. The longer lasting filter will filter out 8 different items. Now what about Aquagear? It will filter out 13 items. Again, the long-lasting Brita filter will only filter out 8. The standard 5. Aquagear filters out 13 items. And they're not shy about The percentage is right on the box. It tells you right there exactly what it filters out and the percentage. So you may get a cheaper filter, but you're also getting a less filtering filter. So definitely you are getting what you pay for. Now with the easy fill, as soon as the water drops down, you can see that that's going to open up that flap. And it fills right up. Now the water's coming up. I guess when the water comes up there, you just shut it off. And I gave it about 10 minutes. It's completely filtered through. You see the water is up to here. So with that, let's give it a taste test. This cup's from my reverse osmosis system. This cup from Aquagear. Okay, first, check out my reverse osmosis. Okay. Now, I know for sure this was way better tasting than the Brita. That is a fact. Now this one, man, that's really close. I do mean very, very close. I wish you could taste it. There was a huge difference in the taste between my reverse osmosis and Brita. With Aquagear, I'm telling you, it's almost as close to reverse osmosis as you can get. Aquagear versus Brita, after using Brita for almost 20 years, I would definitely switch to Aquagear. Really is no comparison. Once you understand what the filters actually do, more filtration, less, longer longevity, less. If you want to be green, they give you a pouch to recycle. Brita does not. Only thing negative I can think about this is the indicator. No way to indicate. So I'd either have to put something on a calendar or on my phone to remind me, or I would like to have something on here I could write the date, or even on the filter, so I know when I need to replace it. I was a Brita user for 15 years. I wish I knew then what I know now. Thanks so much for watching. Be blessed, take back your shack and build it for your sanity. And when you need a cold glass of water, get yourself an Aquagear. Check in the description below. I have links to everything. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Really, there is no comparison. If you're concerned about...
I mean, you know, I hate doing that to those girls, but that's business is first. And Sarah does know how to do case information.
And she's going to step there.